Righto, time for the hitch. Now we were saying, side arms with your plates welded into your side arms. This is our angle with the ends welded into them. So just three pieces, left, right, and your centre piece, your third piece. What we do is I'm using a self-aligning bearing on the back of the hitch. Now that'll take the downward pressure. Sit like that on the bike. That'll take the downward pressure of the weight off your tow bar of your trailer hitch. There's only next to nothing anyway, so that bearing's good for 2.5 tonne. So there's a mile of weight differences. On the inside, just machine down a fairly heavy piece of pipe, press the tapered roller bearing into it. So what will happen on the front here, the front of the trailer hitch, got a 19mm bolt. This has all been tested and proven for weights and all that sort of thing first. This bolt, grade 8 high tensile bolt, it's good for 150,000 pound per square inch. So that comes back to about 7.5 tonne per square inch. So this is a 3/4 inch bolt. So this is well and truly far in excess of what we'll ever need. So this bolt, I've just drilled a hole in the centre plate so that the nut and the bolt, I've just welded the bolt to the back of this plate on the head so it can't pull through. Slide the bolt through there. Put your taper roller in and do your nut up. And once you've done your tapered nut up, then you put your locking linch pin through, put a couple of pound on there to do her up. So then that sits that way. So then on the trailer, that's where your tilt comes from for your bike. Your bike can whistle into the corners, rolling, and the trailer just rolls along behind you. So I'll just take all this off again. I've got a cover made up, keep all the water and dirt and mud and stuff from flicking off the back. Just a light tin cover that'll come up and just cover all of that, keep all the dirt and muck out of it. Get a seal. I'll get a seal to go in there and make up a little spacer and everything. Now, for my trailer hitch, what I've done, I've used two XS1100 front universal bosses. So these go onto your middle drive. I've just used two of them either side of the universal. Get your left and your right bend, and you get your up and your down. Now that's a pretty steep. You're going in a driveway or up a hill or something. That's like your bikes. That's more than enough up and down. One thing I did is there's not enough as a standard. Like if you turn that left and right, that's not enough. So all I did was just ground the edge of the shoulder. Just ground the edge of the shoulder there on this front one so that it can pass through. You get a lot tighter turn. So that's all we've done there. Just use two universals. That ain't ever going to let go compared to it. An ordinary standard tow bar that you see these old little bits and pieces of stuff. Yeah. So all I've done, the boss made a plate to go onto your universal boss. So I've still bolted it using the bolts. We've used 10.9 bolts, which is a couple of grades up from high tensile grade 8s, just for strength pulling. So there's 4 of them. You got a 3/4 inch bolt here, which is well and surely enough. You got 4 there, you got 4 here, so that's 8 load up. So that is more than enough. They're never gonna break, let go, or whatever you want it to call. 2 big bolts here, then again grade 8s. All we've made a plate up the back, reinforced it on a bit of a gusset here, big plate there, 2 bolts. So if anybody, for argument's sake, needed to borrow the trailer with a conventional tow bar, take your 2 bolts out, take all that assembly off, and it's just there to drop that straight back on again for anybody that's got an ordinary tow bar. So that's pretty much the hitch. So I'll show you with it all hooked together on the bike. So we got the hitch back on the tow bar. Just pick the bolt up, slide the bolt in, grab your taper roller, drop it on the back, lift the trailer up, do your bolt up, do your bolt up, get a bit of pound on it, not too heavy. Drop your linchpin in, she's done. And there you have it. It's all hooked up, bike's leaning over, that's going around. That's her. Little bit of a test run video to make, and she's all over.